My name is Baboucarr Nyang. I am from the Gambia. I work for the Center for Policy and Research Development, CRPD, Center for Research and Policy Development. It's an organization that involves in research on democracy, governance, and human rights. I think this is one of the best summit that I've attended in terms of agroecology, and again in terms of agriculture and having youth to be involved in the participation of agriculture for better development and food sovereignty in Africa. This event being the first of its kind, I think it was an eye-opener for us, the young people, to know that farming or agriculture, it's not only for the elders. One, that was one of the takeaways that we learned. It's for people, and then it's a money-making venture as well. Again, knowing that, we also need to understand that we are now transforming agriculture to be more sexier, to be more lovable to the people, like not only farmers are the poor people. Of course, no. The farmers should be the richest people because they're the people that are producing food for people to eat. So the summit has highlighted all those important things and also telling us the importance of youth venturing into this thing to just know that it's not for the poor, but it's also for everybody who is interested in food sovereignty in Africa. I think it is also important that we differentiate two things. That is the industrial model of farming and then also the indigenous model of farming, which is, for example, the agroecology one. In the industrial model, that is where you have the GMOs. That is where you have products that you don't know what fertilizers they use, for example, in growing them, what chemicals they use in throwing them, and other things, which, again, it is very dangerous for our health. One, health-wise, these are things that are proven to be causing cancer and other diseases. Now, in the indigenous farming or the agroecology method of farming, this is where you use traditional things like manures, like other things that are decompositions of things that are within our preview. And that is to say, for example, even the fertilizer that you're going to use to on those farms could be the refuse of hens, chicken hens, could be the dung of cows and other things, which we know that those are things that have been generated from naturally processed. For example, the cow dung is from the grass that is eaten, and that grass is within the soil composition. So comparing those things to us, it is better for us to go in the indigenous way of farming. And again, in that process, we will have to be more involved. One, more participating, like, for example, the 13 principles that are involved in the agroecology. You need to have the soil health. You need to have participation of the community. You need to have so many things like the connection and all those things that are required for that. The comparison, again, will help us understand and appreciate this, because you are getting food that you don't know where it comes from. Imagine you're eating what you don't know where it's coming from, and you're eating something that you know where it's coming from. So therefore, it's important for us to go for what we know where it's coming from. So now, for the sovereignty of Africa in terms of food production and productivity, I think going agroecology is the best pattern.